How about another radio review from a different company? How's it going, guys? Corey the Random Guy here with you today. We are going to show you another radio that was sent to me to do a review on. Unfortunately, in this video, I'm not going to be able to do a range test. I will do a follow-up video of range testing this radio. Let's see what we got. I know this is not our traditional YouTube studio setting, still kind of working on that, but what I got, this Talkpod A36Plus. Many people out there have already done a review on these, and now it's my turn. It says here that this is a GMRS portable receiver. Does VHF, UHF, FM, AM, and airband, multi-bands. Haven't really had a chance to play with it because I've been out on the road trucking. I will be putting out a video of that as well. Pictures, little video clips. Anyway, let's move on. But on the side of the box here, it says ham walkie-talkie. When you guys get these, it's a little bit confusing on if it's either a GMRS or a ham. I do believe they have two different versions. They could have the ham version and then the GMRS version, but I do believe, the ham version. Now, let's get inside this box here. Let's see what we got. Got a programming cable. I have not plugged this into the computer yet. I don't know if I need drivers for it. Have the owner's manual. We'll get into this owner's manual here in a minute, because there's a couple things wrong with this manual here. You have charging base, and then you also have the USB-C charging cable. Here is the radio itself. There's the antenna that it comes with.
Frequency mode.
See, it's in frequency mode. I will put a link in the description below of Notarubicon's video of this. There was a few things that he had found with this radio that really didn't make any sense to me either. But when I do the follow-up video, we'll plug it into the computer. We'll show you what it's pre-programmed with. But up top, you have a little orange button that is programmable. That's your emergency function. You have your LED indicator, your volume, and then your push to talk, your programmable buttons on the side. The belt clip actually attaches to the battery itself. And then of course you have your connector right there. And the bottom of this battery is the USB-C charging port. One thing that I have noticed about this radio that I personally kind of don't like, and I hope they fix this, is this flap here. This flap, you guys can see, it doesn't latch down all the way, and sometimes it'll open. It's definitely not very good, so if this thing does have any water resistance, that right here just kind of makes it not water resistant or waterproof at all. It does have a nice screen though. It does come pre-programmed with FRS. But as you guys can see there, it is set to narrow band,
2,
which is
3,
actually
4,
within like it's supposed to be.
5,
now here's something
6.
interesting. Channel 6 starts with the CT tone.
7.
If you guys are familiar with FRS rules and even GMRS rules, it is supposed to be 7 through 14, supposed to be low power, half a watt. This thing is set to high power
9,
on
10,
all those.
12, 14, 15.
Everything is set to high power, narrow band, and then it already has CTCS tones starting at channel 6. So that's kind of weird how it's pre-programmed. I haven't really had much of a chance to really mess with this thing too much, but let me grab my tester real quick and we'll see what kind of wattage this little guy is putting out. So for testing, we're going to use my SureComm SW33. Gonna hook up a dummy load to the antenna side. So let's get set up, let's get to testing. And another crazy thing that this thing's actually got, it's got GMRS channels. I do believe it's like 1 through 22 and 8 repeater channels. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't plugged it into the computer to figure it out. However, it has pre-programmed DCS tones as well and narrow band. So if you guys do get this and you guys see it's already got pre-programmed stuff in it, don't think too much of it. Just reprogram it to the way that you want and then you should be set. But let's see what kind of power this thing is pushing out. We're gonna try it out on GMRS channel 1. Let's give it a key up and see what the wattage is. GMRS channel 1, 4.2 watts on GMRS. This is actually not bad at all. So now let's go down to the VFO mode that I have here, and we're gonna put in a MERS channel here, and we're gonna see what kind of wattage it puts out. All right guys, I have my MERS list. I know my handwriting sucks. please make fun of it in the comments below. And I think what we're gonna use, since we can go 20 kilohertz, we're gonna use 154-600. It looks like I've still got the CTS stuff sitting there, so let me get rid of all that and we'll test. Alright, so before we test this, there is one thing that I did notice about this menu. You go in here to menu, it'll go up and down as it should. So when you're actually going in to, let's just say here, okay, you go down, you would expect it to go to plus, right? No, it actually goes up. So when you're in a section, just say you're wanting to go into the step, okay, you're wanting to go down to 5, you hit down, it'll bring you to the bottom of the list and then go up. So that's something there that Talkpod, you guys need to address. Now we are on 154-600, which is a VHF MERS channel, and let's see what this thing puts out. Mind you, this is only a 5 watt, so I gotta be very careful and not key up too long at all. Let's see what we get. Transmit. Okay, I got a 6.4 watt output on a VHF frequency. Not bad at all for a, I do believe this is a $50 or $60 radio, and I will definitely put the link in the description below where to get this on Amazon. I'll put a link directly to it so that you guys can go take a look and judge for yourself to see if you want something like this. So now that we've done the testing, we haven't done the distance test. As I said, I'm going to do a distance test in a separate video. We're just showing you what this thing is capable of wattage. Let me show you the owner's manual, because there was something that another YouTuber had pointed out with this. It's very strange. Specifications are right here. I don't know if you guys will be able to read that, but there's the specifications. I have no equipment to test if this thing puts off spurious RF electricities or not. I don't have that proper equipment, so any of you ham guys out there, you know, saying, oh, well, you're not testing anything, well, guess what? I don't have the proper equipment, so I do what I can with what I've got. So it basically just gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do. So the menu on here, this is something that somebody pointed out, and I'm gonna see if mine is the same way or not. It gives you the number in the menu. So according to this, menu number 1 should be squelch. No, that's transmit power. So let's go down to, and it goes to 0. Okay, there is no 0 on here, and it really doesn't give you much detail on which thing does what. Let's just say this ANI function, secondary menu, is on or off. Setting instructions, turn on, turn off. It doesn't give you any instructions on what it's supposed to do. It's really weird on how the menu functions, the numbers on the little booklet here are totally different from what it actually is. You guys keep that in mind if you guys get one of these. This, useless. But if you guys know anything about radio, guess what? You guys can figure this out really, really, really easy. The Roger beeps on these are actually pretty cool. So let me go grab another radio, tune it to this frequency. I'm gonna give you guys the sound of my favorite Roger beep that's on here. Alright guys, I have the Quansheng UVK5 here on MERS. Yes, I know I misspelled that during the programming. How? I do not know. Make fun of that down below in the comments. I'd love to see it. So now I have this one set to MERS channel 5, which is 154.600. That is one of the Roger beeps that this thing has. It's called the DC1200. Go just the beep.
Confirm.
So you guys know that the beep sounds a lot like Baofeng and TID radio and all them other radios. I personally like this one. I really like that one. That one's pretty cool. These Quansheng UVK5s actually have a similar Roger to it. This one I also tested on a repeater that is local to my area. Gets in crystal clear, no problem whatsoever. The report that I got back sounds crystal clear. Would I recommend this A36Plus? Sure, why not? You know, despite the problems that it has, it seems to work pretty well. Got a nice display. I like the display on it. Yeah, will this work out in direct sun? Probably not. But it is pretty loud for what it is.
Testing 1, 2.
It's got its quirks. This little flap deal here does not want to stay shut. The pre-programmed stuff in it you'll have to get rid of. And then, of course, in the menu. I hope you guys enjoyed this little reveal of the Talkpod A36Plus. Thank you, Talkpod, for sending me this radio and giving me a chance to test it out and show it off. There will be another video to this, and we're gonna see how far this thing will talk from the radio to my base station. So guys, look forward to that. I'm also gonna be doing another video on these as well. And until next time, see you later.